Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks bringing you the daily Triple Q report for Wednesday, December 22nd, 2021. Before I jump into the charts, as per usual, want to encourage you to please click like each and every time you watch the daily Triple Q report. It helps me out a great deal in terms of web presence, YouTube presence, showing up on page one for search results. The more likes you get, the greater your chances are of being seen, and that helps me out a great deal. Also, click subscribe. That actually helps you. You'll be notified each and every time new content has been uploaded to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel. The daily Triple Q report goes out every day, as you might imagine, by around 6 p.m. Central Standard Time each and every trading day for the next trading day, as does the daily SPY report and a lot of other material we put out on a weekly basis. So let's jump into the charts. I've got the 381.55 channel bottom. That was a bit of a frustration yesterday morning when we broke below it early. And there wasn't really any follow through, and we pushed back above it after I think about the first hour of the day, and that was about it. That was the low of the day. The market continued higher, and so holding above 381.55, I do think we should push into the 397 handle over the next 3 to 5 days, could be sooner. I do like the structure now. I'm going to call it a two-star support that can absorb selling through the rest of the week. It's also consistent with the high of the low. From Monday's low, the high of that low was 381.50. So the 381.50 to 81.55, that 5 cent area, can absorb selling through the rest of the week, and above which this formation I know you're familiar with at 397.38 is in reach over the next 3 to 5 days, possibly much sooner. I'll get to that in just a second. Let's take a look at the support and resistance, though, for the day itself. I've got 385.68, which is below the market. That can contain intraday selling pressures, and above which 392.32 is in reach today, where we could actually place a daily high. 392.31 is actually a short-term intermediate channel top, so it is actually in reach today. It can contain daily buying pressures. I was going to call that an intraday containment level, but I think it is actually strong enough to contain daily highs, perhaps. But just know that if we do push through 392.31 today, we could actually within the day test that 397.38 formation. 397.38 is this channel top I've been illustrating now for the last week and a half, 2 weeks, and it can contain weekly buying pressures. It can contain buying through next week. It's also consistent with a new channel structure, more horizontal in nature, at 399.03. So you have a range here that you can sell into that begins at 397.38 and ends at 399.03 that can absorb buying through next week. It is considered an objective tomorrow if we close above that 392.31 level, or perhaps intraday if we push through 392.31 intraday. In any event, the 397.38 to 393.03 region once again able to contain buying through next week. And if we're looking at 2 to 3 week time frames, if that's what you trade, then that is a good short setting area, because once we test that area, we can fall back into the 370s within 1 to 3 weeks of that, depending on volatility. We'll just call it 2 to 3 weeks. So once we test 397.38, we can fall back to that 370.53 midterm support level within 2 to 3 weeks. But if we close above 399.03, and I don't see that happening today, but if over the next 3 to 5 days we do, then we continue up to that 416.13 channel top. That should take the better part of 2 weeks. I don't know. With this kind of volatility, really, it could be 3 to 5 days. I think you would agree with that. And I've been mentioning, and I haven't been illustrating it, but I will here. If we push into the 390s, this upper 390s here over the next day or two, I'll begin to show you the more significant resistance that is presently in the low 420s. That is our ceiling really through January. That if tested over the next few weeks, can contain buying through January and into February, and from there we could perhaps fall off into later Q1 And inversely, the lower 420s, a significant buy signal upon settlement above that should then play out through Q1. But I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. We're here to talk about Wednesday's Triple Q. So let's talk downside here today. 385.68, I mentioned, can contain initial selling, and above which 392.31 is in reach today. If we break 385.68, that 381.55 level is in reach, which is consistent, which is very close to the high of Monday's low. How should I say that? The high of the low, 381.50. Anyway, the 381.50s, let's just put it that way, in reach today. If we break or open below 385.68, 381.55, once again, upgraded a bit to a 2-star level, meaning that it can contain selling on a 2 to 3 day basis, and above which, once again, that 397.38 formation in reach over the next 3 to 5 days. But if we close today below 381.50, we're right back into the into momentum reversal, whereby that 370.53 formation is then expected within 1 to 3 days, and that is really the start of a range of meaningful support. Up to 371.07. We'll just call it the very low 370s. Becomes a 1 to 3 day target if we settle today below that 381.50 area. 370.53 to 371.07. Able to absorb selling through January trade. And once tested, we can rotate back up to new highs, up to the 416.13 channel top within a month or two of that. I'm going to leave you with the support and resistance here as usual. I've said just about everything there is to say. All the minor points, by the way, are all carefully chosen. They're short-term Fibonacci levels, high settlements, low settlements, so forth and so on. They're not just thrown on the page. They have meaning. So if you're an aggressive day trader, you can have at them. But the more notable ones are those that I mentioned, like 385.68 and 392.31. All the emboldened ones are much more significant. And that intraday containment level, that soft pivot point at 385.68, that is also stronger than the other minor points. Please click like. Don't leave the video without clicking like, please. And please click subscribe. I appreciate that. I will be back for Thursday's Daily Triple Q report. You have a great day, and we'll talk soon.